Court held that the respondent succeeded in proving that the appellant had committed negligence on the standard duty of care. It was based on the appellant failing to perform her duty as a medical practitioner to properly examine the respondent. The court thought that if the appellant had not been negligent, then the respondent's injury and pain could be avoided. Thus, the appellant need to pay compensation as decided. Special compensation of 250 ringgit Malaysia for the KPJ medical report of the Perdana Specialist. Secondly, general compensation for medical negligence amounting to 30,000 ringgit Malaysia. Thirdly, general compensation for long-term disability of 100,000 ringgit Malaysia. Fourthly, exemplary damages amount to 50,000 ringgit Malaysia. Fifthly, interest on general and exemplary damages at the rate of 5% per annum on the damages allowed by the court from the date of judgment until full settlement. Sixthly, interest on special damages at the rate of 2.5% per annum on the damages allowed by the court from the date of judgment until full settlement. Next, interest on the amount of the judgment at the rate of 5% per annum on the damages allowed by the court from the date of writ of summons until full settlement. And lastly, the cost for this claim is 7,000 ringgit Malaysia. Court dismissed.
Doctor, please help me.
What happened?
I don't know. I was working and I was in a lot of pain.
It's like a serious bleeding.
Please help me.
Yeah, sure. It looks like your standard is severe. But don't worry. I will specially just prescribing some medication. And you can come back here later to get stitches removed. Doctor, I'm keen to have the stitches removed as soon as possible. Right? I think everything is fine. Are you experiencing anything unusual?
Yes, that's the problem. I feel like my fingers feel numb and my head work as usual.
Don't worry, that's a normal effect from the injury. I'm already with you.
3 days later.
Doctor, I still can't use my hand as usual. It hurts when I write and I can't use the text. My business is suffering because of this.
Okay, I hope we can continue taking the medication and please give it some time to heal. And if problem persists, come back here at the soon.
So doctor, I still have to cover the injury at work and the university where I can work. How much I
Depende ya. Untuk mau sendiri.
Please this has caused me too much already. I feel like I need to help the government.
Appellant's counsel, could you give us the reasons why you say that our current case is not the same situation as in the case of Dr. Hari Krishnan, while the appellant failed to advise the risk and failed to treat the respondent accordingly?
My lordships, the respondent has treated the appellant was in an emergency. It occurred after an accident at respondent place of business. The treatment has been given is not the same situation as in the case of Dr. Hari Krishnan. In the case of Dr. Hari Krishnan and Magadno, the respondent has received a treatment is not in emergency situations. Therefore, the standards to be applied should be different.
Appellant's counsel, we would like to know why the principle of res ipsa loquitur is unjustified to be applied in this case, but it is obvious that the negligence did happen because of the appellant itself.
My lordships, res ipsa loquitur, the things speaks for itself, means accidents or injury couldn't happen if the negligence had not occurred. It was unjustified because the injury caused by the respondent itself. So the principle of res ipsa loquitur shouldn't have applied in this case.
Appellant's counsel, why do you think that the amount of the award of general damages for long term that causes 100,000 ringgit is unreasonable when the appellant caused severe injury to the respondent that causing her cannot use her hand anymore like a normal human being?
My lordships, in the respondent statements of claim, it's only talk about the appellant's negligence, no claims for permanent disability. SP1's written witness statements didn't prove the existence of permanent disability. It's only talk about the treatment received by the appellant. So, award of general damages for long terms to 100,000 ringgit is unreasonable.
Appellant's counsel, could you mention the reasons why do you think that the cost of general damages for the medical negligence which cost 30,000 ringgit is unjustified when actually it is reasonable and justified when the respondent cannot use her hand anymore like a normal human being because of the negligence of the doctor herself?
My lordships, I would like to highlight that it was unjustified because the injury caused by the respondent itself and not caused by the appellant.
Appellant's counsel, could you clarify that? Why do you think that your client, which is the appellant, should not have to pay for the exemplary damages that causes 50,000 ringgit?
My lordship, there was no element of respondent's loss, and there was no evidence to conclude that the appellant used his position as a medical practitioner to oppress the respondent. Then my client shouldn't have to pay the exemplary damages for 15,000 ringgit.
Overall, the court allows the appeal only to the extent of setting aside HMS decision regarding the general damages of 100,000 for long-term disability. However, the court finds no meritorious reasons to intervene to HMS other findings and orders, and they are thus upheld. The court dismisses the appeal in its entirety except for the general damages for long-term disability, with costs of 5,000 subject to allocated fees.
Moral of the story that we gain from this drama is a doctor must prioritize precision and care in every treatment, as even a small matter
or error can have profound consequences for the patient's health and trust in medical professionals. Shoulder of responsibility is very important in doing a job, regardless of government sector or private sector. Another one, doctor is a noble job. Just because of the negligence, reputation as a doctor will be affected.
For the second moral is transparency and communication in healthcare. So, transparency and communication in healthcare are incredibly important because they build trust between patients and healthcare providers. When doctors and nurses openly share information about a person's health, treatment options, and what to expect, actually it helps patients feel more involved and confident in their decisions. This kind of open communication also helps manage expectations so patients know what might happen during their treatment. It's not just about giving information, but actually it is about working together to make sure everyone understands and feels supported. Actually, this approach makes healthcare safer and more effective that leads to a better outcome for patients.
In this courtroom drama, we learn the critical importance of diligence and accuracy in medical practice. Dr. Muhammad Sayuti's initial oversight in treating Noor Azuki's wrist injury highlights the devastating effects that medical negligence can have on a patient's quality of life. Beyond the physical implications, this case emphasizes the financial and emotional burdens placed on patients and the subsequent need for corrective surgery. The court's ruling serves as a reminder to medical professionals of their ethical and legal responsibilities to uphold the highest standards of care. Moreover, it highlights the necessity for continuous professional development in the medical field. This case also illustrates the essential role of the legal system in protecting patient rights and ensuring accountability within healthcare. As such, it calls for enhanced transparency, thorough communication, and a collaborative approach between healthcare providers and patients to promote trust and ensure patient safety.